Welcome, brave souls, to Fear File Chronicles, your one-way ticket to spine-chilling stories and terrifying tales. Tonight, we'll be diving into the darkest corners of the human mind with the story, Masks of the Monsters, penned by the twisted mind of a talented yet sadly unknown author. Together, we'll explore the unexplained and face our deepest fears. But before we begin, if you enjoy trembling in terror, be sure to hit that like button. Share this video with your fellow fear fanatics and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the bell notification so you never miss an eerie episode. Your support truly means the world to us. So feel free to leave a comment below to join the Fear File Chronicles community. Now, without further ado, let's unravel the mysteries of the unknown together as we delve into tonight's fear-inducing story, Masks of the Monsters. Dim the lights and prepare yourself for a chilling journey into the Fear File Chronicles.
The year was 1859 in England. A man named Jared donned a masquerade mask. Evangeline was a beautiful girl, but impoverished. She had always heard tales that beauty could lead to better things. Yet, her reality told a different story. Unlike most girls her age in the neighborhood, she managed to avoid slavery and brothels. Though a daydreamer, she was always aware enough to keep food in her belly and maintain her freedom. To find joy, she didn't need to drink, smoke, or use opium. Her dreams were sufficient. They transported her to forests, castles, and places unidentifiable. These dreams were her true sustenance. As she drifted to sleep, she would softly speak the name, Jared. Jared was the character who guided her through these dreams. With her vivid imagination, she couldn't prevent nightmares entirely, but Jared was there to fight them off. He suppressed her worries and led her until she awoke, his name on her lips. He never told her his name was Jared. She just knew it was, just as she knew she could trust him with her thoughts, secrets, and love. Particularly her love. Even though he never spoke, she had fallen hard for him. On the rare occasions when he wasn't in her dreams, she fantasized about being with him under the trillions of stars in her mind, resting in his arms as he kissed her. She would keep her eyes shut for nearly an hour after waking, not realizing a peculiar thing. The entire night she dreamt of Jared, she didn't breathe. That evening, as the night deepened and her breath ceased, she experienced her first nightmare. In the dream of beauty, Jared was present, extending his hand. The darkness was pierced only by his perfect masked face and the brilliantly gleaming stars. Her world was enchanting, harmless. She had lived in it for years, since her father's murder and her mother's abandonment when she was just 14. She took Jared's hand, and as she tread on the cold, hard ground, the surrounding area gradually illuminated. The light was golden, warm, and welcoming. 60 people were arrayed before her as majestic gold doors swung open, everyone seemingly awaiting something. The women, donned in elaborate masquerade costumes and masks, stood in pairs, sharing her disorientation. As Jared escorted Evangeline to a throne and seated her on his lap, a man in black wearing a white mask began playing the piano. The room was filled with more than the music from one instrument, creating an enchanting ambience as the guests began to dance. The dance was flawless, every pair moving in harmony. Jared led Evangeline through the crowd and behind a pillar, where she changed from her nightgown into a stunning black and silver dress. He gently placed a mask over her face and for the first time bestowed a soft kiss upon her lips before guiding her back to the throne. They observed the dance, Jared tenderly stroking her hair. Each couple, one by one, danced into one of the 17 out of 18 doors lining the sides of the decagon-shaped room. When only they and the musician remained, Jared invited her to dance. As they whirled around the room, Evangeline was filled with a joy she had never before experienced. For the first time, Jared spoke, his voice soft yet potent.
This is your most beautiful dream yet, isn't it?
Fearful of breaking the dream's enchantment, she didn't respond.
Aren't you going to answer me?
he teased, placing his hand on her throat. She attempted to speak, but no sound came out. It was only when she felt the warm trickle of blood cascading down her neck and onto her chest that she saw the tiny blade in his hand. As Jared removed his hand, she saw that the blade had punctured her voice box. The piano player stood, yet the music continued as Jared danced with Evangeline, ignoring the blood staining her dress and his gloves. She did her best to ignore the intensifying pain clinging to her dreams. As long as she could, she wanted to keep this dream alive. She wanted to stay with Jared. The man with the white mask simply watched as they continued to spin around, the king and queen of the dance. Jared kissed his queen, unfastening her dress and letting it drop to the floor. She barely noticed, engrossed in his kiss. Jared caressed her bare skin, holding her closer, kissing her with growing passion. Suddenly, the man in black seized her by the shoulders, flinging her to the floor before retreating. Jared then violated her on the cold stone tiles. It took several minutes for her to register the pain in her head, the room's tilt, and the change in Jared's kisses. She opened her mouth to scream, but her bloody throat accelerated and, much like Jared, the beautiful music continued uninterrupted. In the dance of the blades, tears streamed down Evangeline's face as she was carried from the room through the 18th door, leaving a trail of blood spots. The haunting music followed her and the two men into pristine white chambers. Jared crooned frightening words in tune with the music, while the other man, referred to as Cain, remained silent. Evangeline curled up in his arms, wishing she had the strength to run. But all she could do was tremble at the sight of the knives Cain held. They eventually entered a room containing a wooden plank with leather straps propped up by 5 legs. Cain and Jared strapped her down, and when Cain brandished a circular blade, she tried to scream, but her wounded throat prevented her. The circular blade and another knife danced across her skin, leaving red designs on her stomach. Another knife joined the dance, moving upward to her chest, but none of the blades plunged deep enough to reach her heart. She wished they would. The pain was too real for a dream. A 4th knife was added, dancing in pairs down her body while blood seeped out from the carved pattern on her skin. The knife slipped on her thigh, and the leather strained as she tried to escape. Cain sat back, grinning through his scarred face, as Jared adjusted her mask and picked up an ivory masquerade fan. He drove it through her heart. The following morning, 30 young women from lower social classes were found dead in their rooms. All were known dreamers, discovered naked with intricate bloody carvings on their bodies, masks on their faces, and elegant fans impaled in their hearts. Today, people still dance, some wearing masks. Among them in their dreams, even now, lurk the monsters.
Well, my friends, we've reached the end of tonight's chilling tale, Masks of the Monsters, by a talented yet sadly unknown author. I hope you've enjoyed our descent into darkness, and that you'll carry a piece of the Fear File Chronicles with you as you drift into uneasy dreams. If our story left you shivering and shaking, don't forget to like this video, share it with others who crave a good scare, and subscribe to the Fear File Chronicles for more haunting horrors. Remember to hit the bell notification so you're always among the first to know when a new nightmare awaits. As always, we appreciate your support and would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Sharing your fears and frights with us truly means a lot, so don't be shy to engage with our sinister community. Until next time, remember to embrace the darkness, for it is within the shadows that our most terrifying stories are born. Good night, and stay scared.